What's up guys, Persian here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my new White House for Minecraft 1.5.2. Okay, so for this segment video, I'm going to be going over the White House West Wing. And so as you can see here on the west side of the West Wing, we have the Eisenhower Executive Building, which is there in real life. You've probably seen it in pictures. And in the future, Nikolai the Russian's actually working on it right now. And in the future, we're going to have a bunch of offices in there for server members. And currently, all of the higher rank server members have offices in the West Wing, which is right here. So we'll go through all the doors on the outside of the White House that are accessible by walking. They have iron doors just because I don't really want people coming in and stuff and, you know, like leaving doors open and whatnot. So yeah, I apologize. We are having tours and stuff shortly for anyone that wants to come on, and I'll have more information about that soon. So if we just come quickly on this side, these are just a few little White House staff offices. Over here are some of the administrative offices. This one's Major Payne's office, and this side is Delta Who's office. It's really nice. And I apologize for making these videos so long. It's just I want to show you guys everything just so that if you aren't able to come on for some reason due to a whitelist or us just like, you know, not being able to show this to you when you are on, just so you do get a better sense of what is in this labyrinth of a facility. So here we have the video conference room, and you'll see these a lot around the White House. This is where the president talks to his cats at home, or, you know, talks to actual like generals and stuff in the military. And for those of you wondering, this is a modified version of the Sortex, or of the Mortex texture pack, which is Sortex and Mesa combined. And all I did was modify iron, gold, and a few other blocks just to like better suit my needs. So this is just another like little restroom area. Here is my favorite room in the White House, the situation, or in the West Wing. This is the Situation Room, and there are actually very few pictures of this room. But from what I was able to find, this is pretty close to what it looks like. There's a bunch of monitors. There's a control room up here, and these maps were working. I don't know what happened, but they were showing the White House property, so you could think that they're like security camera maps of sorts. If we come back here, we have another video conference room. Same deal. Over here, these are just random rooms. And these are all this information is public domain. I got it all from either the White House website or the White House Museum website, which currently went down recently. So hopefully they come back up with everything safe and sound. But if they don't for some reason, you can always use like the Web Archive website, and they actually have archives of every single website ever, and you can just go back in time and look at that. So that was the Situation Room. If we come here, this is the Navy Mess, and this also looks really close to what it looks like in real life. I mean, I tried as much as I could with Minecraft to make it look similar, so I know it's not going to look perfect or anything, but I tried to get close. Back here we have a small little kitchen area. I'll just try to get by this quickly. Up here is the ward room, which is an extension to the Navy Mess for like the higher ranking officers, I believe. If we come here, this is just an example of a restroom. We have our little urinal here, our stalls with marble toilets, and our sinks. So over here is just another closet, photo office, barber shop, homeland security, just regular offices. And this is our little barbershop area. And there's a second one in the second sub-basement of the White House. It's kind of a sketch place, but I'll show that to you guys too in the part where I actually go through the White House residence. So here we are coming up to the main floor. This is the cabinet room. And just so you guys get your bearings, That is west, where the Eisenhower building was at the beginning of the video, and that is where the White House residence is. So we are a little bit closer, but I will be backtracking just to show everything on this floor. So this is the cabinet room where all the cabinet members meet. This is the secretary and personal aide to the president's room. And here is my favorite room on this floor. It is the Oval Office. And so if I actually was a sitting president and not building stuff, this is where I would sit a majority of my time, making up little bills and stuff. And just a little bit of information about our whitelist. It is still currently up, but I believe that in the near future we will either take it down or reintroduce the application system just so that you guys can get on. And we're actually making a really, really amazing website right now. It's different than any other website I've ever seen in regards to like Minecraft websites. And I can't say anything about it now, but hopefully soon I will be able to show you guys around. It's really, really unique, and I'm really proud of what the admins, especially Delta Who, are doing with the website. So here's just a senior advisor's office. There's a bunch of these just like random offices around the building. So I won't spend too much time in them. That's just another bathroom. And let me get back to the hallway so you guys aren't that lost about where we are. So the stairs that I came through are actually up here. That's where the cabinet room is. Those are the stairs I came up, and I went through and I came around. So now we're here. This is the Roosevelt room. It's just a meeting room in the White House. Here's the Deputy Chief of Staff's room. Kind of small. Another Deputy Chief of Staff. Here is the Vice President's office, and Blib actually came and made this himself, so it looks really nice. Nice view of the Eisenhower building as well. And this is our little water cooler design. Blib figured that one out, and I really like it. These are elevators. They actually work very well. I haven't really seen them that much on other servers, but yeah, if you have a server, you should definitely use this. It's a lot better than ladders. And I'll actually use it when I get to the third floor to get to the first floor. Here we have the lobby to the West Wing. And so I'll actually go out for a second just to show you guys. This is where we are. Visitors to the West Wing would probably come down this road, though I doubt it because of the Secret Service not letting you. And so they would probably actually come through the East Wing, which I'll show later in this video. So if we come upstairs here, those are just some more offices in that room. This is the top floor, and the blue floor carpet is actually there in real life, unless they changed it from what it shows in pictures. That's the political affairs room. This is the legislative affairs room. And I apologize for it being dark, but this roof here is just one thick. But like further through to the center of the building, they become too thick, and that's why we have lights. More bathrooms, more offices. This is our one of our moderators, Fred675, Nikolai the Russian. He is one of our executive builders. And then we have a few other offices around here. If we come to this side, these are just some more offices. Random ones, senior advisor. And I'll definitely leave a link in the description if you guys want to see this map for yourselves. And I'm not sure if it'll actually work with my link because I found a little way around the website not being up. But I'll probably leave instructions just so you guys are able to see it for yourselves. So here is the elevator in action. That went to floor 2. And here we'll go to floor 1. And you can actually change the floor to go up multiple floors at once. So if we come here, we're back in the basement of the West Wing. This is the Secret Service's office. I'm not going to go in there. And here we are back coming towards the residence. You can see it. You can't see it. It will be above this brick path. And if we come in here, this is like the treasurer's office and the secretary. And this is the press briefing room. This is where I actually started the video. I was right here. You know, hello. And this is where the president would have his little speeches and stuff to the press. And here's a nice little control area for audio and cameras and whatnot. And if we come across here, this is the White House, or not cabinet, like the little press secretary offices and whatnot. They're really tiny because I was scrunched for space, but this is where all the like press members and stuff have their own personal offices. And then here's the kitchen, and here you can see the main residence, and we'll be in there shortly. Oop, glitched running. There we go. And if we just pop in downstairs real quick, it's the same deal. It's just more offices, more storage. These are like our little cabinet things. And yeah, so that's pretty much the West Wing. Okay, so in this segment I'll be showing the main residence. And so currently I'm standing in the Rose Garden, and over there is the West Wing. So if we go this way, we'll get to the little lobby area between the West Wing and the main residence. And so this is the basement 1, also known as like ground level, I believe. It's what it said on the map. And so I'll just do a quick little fly through it, just to show you guys what it looks like. These doors would go to the East Wing, and that'll be in a separate section of this tour series. So if we start over here, we have the main White House kitchen with an elevator that goes straight to the second sub-basement level and straight up to the roof level. And so in our kitchen, we have the little stoves with the rail pressure plates as little stove tops, a toaster, oven, you know, your usual kitchen appliances. If we actually do a little shortcut back here, I'll show you guys what's under the front of the White House. So here's the carpenter's shop. So this is where they do like woodworking and other things. And for some reason, the chocolate shop is attached to it like so. And I really don't know why, but yeah. So I found that funny. Yep, so here we have the bowling alley. This is a lot newer than the one that I tried to make in the old one. It's bigger, better in every way. Here we have little locker rooms, and then under this wood is ice, so if you throw something, it'll come straight to the back. And then if we come through here, the last building we have, that's the little storage area. This is the bathroom. Here is the flower shop, and this is where the White House florists make little bouquets and whatnot for parties and other social gatherings that occur on the property. And this is the little garage area they have to like distribute plants around the property, I guess. And so just before I go back in, this is where we are. We were under this road here, and so coming towards you is the front of the White House, and then back that way is southward where the rest of Abadan is. Just so you guys get your bearings and whatnot. So we'll be coming back in here. Let me make sure I close this door. Good. Okay, so I'll probably go down there in a separate section just because it's not really that interesting. But those are the two sub-basements in the White House. So we started on this side. Actually, where did we start? This side? No, it was this side. See, even I get confused with this. Over here is the maid's office. There's just little rooms behind it. Over here is the doctor's office. I'll go in this one. Here's him with all his little documentation and his like whatever they're called, certificates. Here is, so this is like the little lobby area for each floor with the elevator. So you have this elevator that again goes all the way down and all the way up, and then you have the staircase that goes all the way up, but it skips the subfloors, sub-basements. On this side we have a sitting room, and there's a bathroom on the far end. This here is the FBI room, or no, Secret Service. And so there's like little monitors and stuff. This is, I forget what this room's called, but it's like, I think it's like the diplomatic room or something. But it goes straight into the backyard where this little round thing is. And so this faces the street where all like the little visitors and stuff see the White House. So this way goes straight back to the bowling alley and all that other stuff that I showed you guys, the flower shop. This here is the china room. This is where they have like the china, as in plates and other things, just on display. Again, bathroom on the far end. Okay, these are stairs that go up to the first floor. Here is the White House Library, and again, bathroom on the far end. I did a count. I think there were somewhere near like 27 bathrooms in the whole White House, which is insane. That doesn't even count like the wings. Speaking of which, another restroom. This is another sitting room in the basement. There's also a bunch of those. And then if we come this way, these two staircases lead to the sub-basements. And again, I'll have that in a separate segment. So if we come upstairs, this is the first floor. This is where the president is always dropped off, coming out of the limousine. And this limousine is going to be remade, so yeah, it's going to look a lot better. So little red carpet. Again, this is 1.5.2, so the little block carpet things that look like pressure plates haven't actually been released yet for vanilla Minecraft. So that's why I don't have those instead of these little blocks. But I will add them when they come. This here is the usher's room, and again, this was the lobby I was talking about downstairs. Goes all the way up. Every single floor has this little room. And here is the, let's see what direction I am, West Dining Hall. This is where they have like parties and whatnot. And we'll go through here. This is the red room because the walls are red. This is the blue room because the walls are blue, or the floor is blue. And this is the green room because the walls are green. So, yeah, hopefully that's not confusing. And here we go back here. This little balcony area has a name that I do not remember. But again, I'll have a link in the description. Hopefully it works. So if we come back in, we'll actually skip that and come through here. This is the east room. And this is where they have like a bunch of other parties. And it's a lot bigger. So this is where like the bigger parties occur just because there's like half as much or twice as much space as the other side. Okay, if we go upstairs, this has no guests. So when we do have White House tours, we're not actually going to be showing up here. So it's a good thing you guys are watching the video so you know what happens up here. This is where the first family sleeps, as well as other guests. There's like 7 bedrooms up here, if not more. So on this side, we have the Queen's room with cabinet or like closets in the back. And here is a bathroom and a sitting area. And here is a bathroom and a sitting area. This is the Lincoln room, I believe. A closet. And behind this wall is a staircase that goes up, but there are a few more staircases as well. This is the treaty room. And so this is facing south towards Abadan. This here is the oval room, or the yellow room or something. Again, I forget what it's called. I think this is like the Truman balcony, but again, the link will be in the description. There's just so many rooms to remember. I apologize. Over here is the family sitting room, not to be confused with the... Oh wait, hold on. Never mind. Yeah, okay, so this is the family sitting room. In the back corner, this is a closet. These are a small little bathroom area. And then over here is the master bedroom. And so it actually, like the walls in Minecraft look a lot nicer than what it is in real life. I don't really know what they were thinking with this room. It kind of looks funny. But earlier on the other side of the house, when I said that there was a sitting room and a bathroom, this is what it looks like, except different textures and whatnot. Here's the bathroom, nice view of the Eisenhower building. We can come back into the main hall. This is the kitchen, and I'll actually have a picture on the screen right now. I'm really proud of this room just because I got it so close to what it actually looks like in the pictures. And then here is the family dining room. This is where the first family eats whenever there's no like guests or anything. So currently, like Obama and his kids and his wife would sit together at the table. This is the north end. Currently, there's ocean beyond that last line of trees. Hopefully in the future there won't be, but I can't really guarantee it. If it stays like it is, I'm still fine with it. Here we have the barber shop. The second of three, actually. Earlier I said there was only two. Forgot about this one. If we go this way, there would be stairs, and then after that would be the elevator lobby that I've been talking about on every floor. Here is a smaller room that is split with closets. And then on the other side is another small room. And if we come back to the main center hall, you see here, we have now made a full circle around the whole White House. So let's go take the elevator up, just so we come out in the lobby again. So again, on the other side of this is the barber shop. Excuse me. So here we are on the top floor of the White House. Here is the here is the greenhouse. Over here are some staff rooms and some more restrooms. Here is some more offices. Here is the game room. Here's a closet. Sorry, I thought that was the bedroom. Here's the bedroom. And then again, this is the little center hall that you will see on every floor of the White House. If we turn left here, this is one of many laundry rooms in the White House. Storage room, more storage, and then another kitchen. And here we have the storage room, like number 50 something, because there are so many. And this is actually the roof of the little front area. So that's pretty cool how they fit that in. My computer just lagged and it wouldn't come back to the 30 FPS that I wanted. So anyway, we just came out of the storage area, and here's a baby grand piano. Here is yet another bedroom. And another bedroom. And another bedroom. Oh yeah, in case you didn't guess, another bedroom here. And yet another bedroom. Oh wait, never mind. This is a family room, little sitting area. Yeah, the White House is a lot of the same thing, just different colored walls and whatnot. So it was still fun to make, but I can understand how a video of the White House would be boring. So again, I'm trying to make it as fast as possible, but I still want to show everything. Here we have the music room. I really have no idea what this whole staircase thing is about, but here we have our little record album things on the walls. And if we come on this side, we have the small gym, another bathroom, and a bedroom. Yay! Okay, so I believe that's the last bedroom in this White House. It better be. And so now I'll just go and look at the roof for a second, and then I'll go to the sub-basements in the next section of the video. So here is, oh wow, I completely forgot a room. We'll go in here in a second. So here, the roof. This is not the American flag, it's the flag of the server, also known as the Persian flag. No, this isn't like disrespectful or anything, as some comments suggested. It's just this is in a fictional city, so it wouldn't make sense to have a different flag on it. And so the room I forgot was the sunroom. And it actually has a pretty sweet ramp down to the center hallway. So that concludes the end of the White House main residence. I'll actually go to the third floor, I guess. We'll go to the basement. And this is where I'll actually start the next section of video. What's up, guys? I'm here again, and now I've finally finished all of the West Wing and all of the main residence except for these two sub-basement levels, and so that's what I'll be doing in this section of the video. So if we go, I believe it is on this side of the house. No. Man, this White House is complicated. Okay, here we go. This is again a no guest area. So if you do come on a White House tour video, or a little White House tour session on server, you won't actually see this area back here, just because it doesn't really look that nice because I didn't have any reference pictures, plus it's like 90% storage. So this staircase here goes up to the main area that I just came out of, as well as the other staircase, except that staircase doesn't actually meet up with this bottom floor. It's kind of cut off, and it's just like another restroom area. So I don't really know what the purpose of it is, like why they didn't just connect it, but oh well. So here, a bunch of crates. President gotta eat. Here's the fan room. Again, this is the lobby I was talking about on every single floor. A little storage area. I hear fire. I believe that's the incinerator downstairs. Anyway, here is the laundry room with little drying racks here. This is more storage, and this is that elevator that I came down on in the previous section of the video before coming down by stairs. So here we are in the center hall. If we take this little staircase here, more storage in there. Wouldn't have guessed it. Here we have more restrooms. Wouldn't have guessed that either. And then here we have, again, that elevator, and then laundry room. This is different, kind of. Oh, I apologize. That room upstairs, this one right here, this is actually the washroom. So this is where like they do dishwashing. Anyway, here again, more storage. If we come through here, this is the incinerator. That's where all the fire is coming from. I do not know why that exists in a White House, but whatever. This is that sketch dentist office I was talking about in the West Wing video. And then if we come here, this is some control rooms, some other machinery. That's storage, 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 more switching rooms. This is the AC room. And then heating and air. I didn't really know what to do with that. More storage, more storage, more storage, more storage. So if we come up here again, you can see this is where we came from. And all the way back up here, this is where all of the, like the bowling alley and the flower shop and all that stuff was. So, yeah, that concludes the main White House residence. And right now I'll actually cut to a little secret location that I can't disclose. Okay guys, so here we have the presidential bunker. It may or may not be in the White House, I can't really tell. But it's a really small little area, as it should be. I mean, you don't really expect something that's too big. And again, as it should be, there are no plans or anything of the sorts online. So this is all freehand. So this is a teleconference room. I figured that the president would need one in his bunker if there was an attack on the nation. Here's a kitchen. I also figured the president got to eat if there's an attack on the nation. Sitting room, bedroom, president got to sleep. Bathroom, yep. These are doors off to random areas that I can't talk about. And here we have the launch room. So this is where like the nukes and stuff at Fort Harrison would be sent off from if there was some sort of attack. And speaking of Fort Harrison, that is our military base in the capital city, right outside actually. And it has been completely remade, and I will have a video of that soon. So really stay tuned because that video is going to be amazing. And so now the next section is going to be the East Wing. Okay guys, so this section of the video is going to be all about the east wing. To my right is the main residence, and so we're actually going to be going this way. I apologize for that lag spike right there. I don't know what that's about. So here is the little covered walkway between the actual east wing and the main residence. To my right is the Kennedy Garden, and to my left is the family, or the White House cinema. Up ahead on our left we have another door to the driveway in the back, or front of the White House. Statue there, a little walkway to the Kennedy Garden, and here is where all the tourists who come on White House tours would come. And actually, if you are a tourist on our server, when we allow tourists on, and you want to see the White House, all you have to do is take that bus from New Shadow Point, head on right up here, and this is where you'll actually be greeted by a tour guide if we actually decide to have tours. Which we should, you know. So here, it wouldn't be the White House without a metal detector for new guests coming in. Here's a few little rules that we have. And we do enforce this little rule. Down here we have a prison. It's fun. Again, this awesome little ramp made out of snow. I don't know why I like it so much. So if we go this way, this is the mod hallway. So these are names of some of our mods, or I believe all of them actually, because we had enough space. It's a mod meeting room, break room. Again, Fred had a separate office, in the West Wing, and this is M&M Monster. He is also a fantastic builder on our server, and I apologize for that lag spike. And it looks like it's still going and is fixed, kind of. Let's see. We good? We'll go with it for now. This is the mod meeting room. There we go. It's fixed. Mod meeting room over here, and then beyond that's a little kitchen for them. And let's just try to get out of here as quickly as possible. I'm probably lagging because it's dark. This side is admin hall. So here is Freak 472's office. He actually world painted our entire world, so that's really amazing. That's why he's not an admin with us anymore, but like we always leave him a spot open just because of all of his contributions. Another admin, another admin, another admin. Another admin, and our server host, Luke Flynn. Here is an elevator up to the second floor, but we'll just take the stairs here. Go straight up, and this little walkway here goes back to the main residence. Here is another office, another meeting room. Thankfully, the east wing is a lot smaller than any of the other wings, so this video will be short. The calligraphy office, I was not aware that they still had that, but apparently they do. Here is another meeting room. The admin meeting room here. Another meeting room. Some lag. Some more lag. Okay, there we go. Oop. Another door to the admin meeting room. Here are some secretaries' offices, some more secretary offices, some more secretary offices, the director of social media, and some more restrooms. And then last but not least, here we have the First Lady's little suite. It has a little sitting area, its own bathroom. Those shouldn't be there. Little shower, and another little conference area thing. So that's all that the East Wing has to offer, and this actually concludes the White House tour series. I'll probably have a few more interactive tours or more like role-playing tours in the future, but this is all of me going around and looking at everything that the White House has. So this is probably like the end of the boring bits of the White House, just because there were so many rooms to go through, and I wanted to make sure I show everything. And so now I'm just going to go through and show some of the landscaping Over here, again, the Rose Garden, West Wing. Oh, and I forgot, this little area is the little patio for the West Wing. Here we have our little pool area, and there's a separate indoor pool below the press room in the West Wing. It's kind of awkwardly placed, and I didn't feel like going down there, but it exists. So if you're ever on a server, on a tour by yourself, feel free to ask. Someone might show you there if they have time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little short video series, and stay tuned for more videos about the White House.